2 years of gameplay on my alt account, people please, in Rise of Kingdoms. I'm gonna go through background a little bit so you can know the history of the account as well. I'm gonna show the achievements and how many kills, how many dead, and everything that this account managed to acquire in 2 years of gameplay as a low spender account in Rise of Kingdoms. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today I'm gonna go through my alt account, people please, because he just reached 2 years of gameplay in Rise of Kingdoms. I'm gonna show you everything that I managed to acquire on this account throughout this 2-year period of time, the kills, the death, and everything which you already see on this picture. 12 million resources gathered in 2 years, that's pretty high. Highest power 103 million, 8.8 million dead, a lot of achievements in this account. But obviously a little bit of background, you need to know about the account, where he has been through, how high as a low spender account is this, and various other points, which I'm going to go through all of it in this video so you can understand the full aspect of this account. I want to give a big shout out to Kingdom 1718 too, because they are doing migration and they are accepting a lot of people into the kingdom. If you're a fighter, if you're looking for a kingdom that is fighting and you're looking for Season of Conquest, Kingdom 1782, they are recruiting, and this is the alliance which they want to fill up, because they already have other alliances which are filled up. They have a lot of fighters, a lot of power players. But Mortem Angelus, this alliance, is looking for more players. So if you're interested, you definitely want to make sure and contact Desert Commando. I have been in chat and I asked them a little bit if the leadership has been changed throughout the KVK, and the leadership hasn't been changed. They never had a civil war, so they never had problems in the kingdom as far as I managed to talk with them. So for more information about KVK rewards, MG and all that, you make sure that you want to contact them. I just want to showcase a little bit the alliances so you have the idea how the kingdom is looking. This is the main alliance. I'm guessing alliance gives level 28, 9 billion alliance and a lot of power players, 210 million, 350 million. Definitely plenty to give throughout the KVK. I'm pretty sure they like to fight and killing troops is not a problem. If you're looking for a B kingdom, which I'm supposed that that's what they are right now, a strong B kingdom, then don't hesitate to contact them. Give it a try, play a Season of Conquest with them and see how things go. Some people are not looking for Imperium kingdoms to have those crazy fights, so if you're not looking for that, then probably 7082 might be the type of kingdom for you if you just like lower brackets of KVK. Going on through his skills, you see the 61 tier 4 and 33 million tier 5 kills. So a lot of kills, a lot of kill points for a low spender account, and all that has been achieved in just 2 KVKs of field fighting. So please pay attention, 2 KVKs of field fighting. The first thing that I have to say is that this account has been through a lot of whale alliances. A whale alliance is where a lot of gold chests are going through. So when I was king in K16, this account was always in there. And I was there king for 2 KVKs. After that I went to 1245 and this account followed me there as well. So wherever I went through, this account followed me in the main alliance as well, where obviously there was a nice stream of gold chest, because that's exactly how I managed to get a high level VIP as a low spender. I'm VIP 16 and obviously going for 17, which is a very high achievement for a low spender account. This definitely helped me out a lot, and obviously is a lot of speed ups, which helped me get a lot of the things, like including this city hall that you have it over here, the skin for my city hall, the 5% skill damage. And that's the moment when I started to realize the potential of this account. Before then, the only thing that I was using this account was to farming and help my main account, reinforcing rallies, reinforcing garrisons. That was his sole purpose. But the moment he got this Saint Halo, I realized that this account has a different potential. And the one problem that I always had, something that I never focused on my main account, that was garrisoning. I decided to work on this account as a garrison account and just have my main for rallying and field fighting, and this guy just garrison. And there goes the commanders that I have invested on. I maxed YSG, and after that I went for Wu Zetian, and I was using Wu Zetian with YSG for siege. That was his first purpose, because I had the skin with 5% skill, I was Ottoman, and I was just trying to do a lot of skill damage with the siege, which, by the way, at that point it was working. I'm not sure if it still works. I probably wouldn't try it with YSG, probably with YSS, but hey, as you notice, I had this full set, and whenever I was getting a special talent, it was going with leadership, because it was on Wu Zetian. It was working. It was a very interesting idea how to kill your siege with Wu Zetian and YSG, but now you have YSS and much powerful commanders. The next thing, since Wu Zetian and YSG was starting to get outdated, I worked on Artemisia, and I done a full archer set. I have a coin as well forged in this account. Artemisia and Wu Zetian is a very nice archer garrison march, which it helped us a lot. So my alt account with this garrison was able to hold up an entire alliance, an Imperium alliance from an Imperium kingdom, a main alliance. It was holding them back. They weren't able to break that flag with swarming, with whatever they were throwing at that flag, and all we were using is just archers, just Artemisia with Wu Zetian. And that gives us a very high advantage, because we were able to focus on other sides, pushing on other sides, while this flag was holding with just Artemisia and Wu. So that was a very nice combination to go against Attila, but reinforcements play a very important part, otherwise you might not enjoy the trades. Later on, being a garrison commander, obviously I had to max Zenobia, because I already had Wu. So I knew that I can do Zenobia and Wu, or Zenobia and YSG, which I also thought for a very long time that is a good combination for Garrison. And I did use them in Heroic Anthem, and I got positive trades with Zenobia and YSG against Archer rallies. So that definitely worked. But right now is not the most optimal way to go with Zenobia and YSG. There's better option. Probably Zenobia and Wu against Archers will give you some nice results as well. So I maxed Zenobia. So this account had YSG maxed, Wu maxed, Artemisia maxed, and Zenobia maxed. So just focused on purely garrisoning. That's all. I had nothing to do with field fights. Obviously I had Aethelflaed, but that's just another story. Everyone maxes Aethelflaed at some point. So I migrated away from 1245, I went to 1415, I stayed there for a while, and from 1415 I went to 1148, which it was Imperium at that time. I wanted to cover more kingdoms. I also had in plan this account to be a trap account, but hey, to tell you the truth, it didn't work out. I was always killing too many troops because I always needed reinforcements, and late in the night when there is not a lot of people online, it was, very hard to reinforce. So I was always using this account to reinforce. That's why he got so many dead, 8.8 million dead. I only done one Heroic Anthem. So if you're thinking that I killed troops in Heroic Anthem, I only done one Heroic Anthem with this account where I killed 2 million, so I got 1 million back. So still 7.8 million dead are true dead kills. Trap account didn't work. I also had to train troops 2,000 at a time, and I was like, I'm not doing that. 2,000 troops at a time, just get out of here. Migrating to 1148 was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made for this account, because I started using him for fear fights. I had a lot of friends there, and now they're all in 1415, which obviously I'm pretty happy they're here. I got Saladin to 5551, because you notice that right now my Saladin is max, 5551. I had to do field fights. That was the first KVK I've done field fights with this account in Heroic Anthem. I went with Artemisia and YSG, and I went with Saladin and Aethelflaed. I've tried to go with Zenobia on the field as well, and with Charles and Aethelflaed, or Charles and Sansu, but it didn't work. So I decided to just keep it to 2 marches on the field, and I got 41 million kills in that heroic Anthem using 2 marches on the field. Things didn't went as planned over there, and I migrated to do KVK2 again. I ran out of speed ups, of research speed ups, so I said, you know, I'm just going to do KVK2 again. I maxed Alexander for KVK2, and I got in the Mightiest Governor a rank 2, and because I was rank 2 in contribution, I got a rank 1 in the Mightiest Governor. So there's 270 sculptures that I got for Saladin. All I had to do is just add 40 of my universal, and I max skill Saladin, so obviously that was very worth it. I didn't spend universals to max him after 5551, just 40 that I mentioned. So that was very, very nice to also have a max skill Saladin on this account. And mentioning Alexander, I max skill Alexander the moment I got here, and I was doing Saladin with Baybars at the beginning. I was doing Alexander with Sansu, I was doing Keira with YSG, and I was doing Charles Martel with Aethelflaed. As I ran down on infantry, I was only doing Alex with Sansu, Saladin with Aethelflaed, and Keira with YSG. Because as you notice, these 3 commanders are locked in. I still cannot be used, or probably check on Zenobia 70 days. Because we are still in a KVK2. Now Saladin is max skill after 2 years. My next goal is maxing YSS, preparing for the Season of Conquest, so I can do Zenobia and YSS. And once I'm done with YSS, I'm gonna work on my Guan Yu, which I'm already working on him. He's 5111, and I'm definitely gonna max skill Guan Yu because I have a coin. So Guan and Alex I can do, but I'm gonna start using him as a 5111. By the way, I have a max skill Alex. I'm just gonna need to get him to 60, but there's no point because there's 70 days until I can use him. So exactly as my recent video that I've just done about the best legendary in or the new legendary order in Rise of Kingdoms. So this is gonna be the following marchers that I'm gonna do on the field, since this account has becoming a field fighting expert as well. And this KVK2 was his second KVK on this account where I've done field fighting. That's why when I mentioned at the beginning that I got 100 million kills just in 2 KVKs. So I'm having Artemisia with YSG, I'm going to do Guan with Alex, I'm going to do Saladin with Aethelflaed. So I have 3 solid marchers on the field. Zenobia and YSS in Garrison. And once all this is over, I'm going to do Trajan on this account. So I'm either going to do Trajan and Aethelflaed and start working on William for my Saladin, which I really want him as well. So I can have Zenobia YSS in Garrison, or I can do Trajan and YSS, and until it's really heavily needed, I could do Zenobia and Wu. Until it's really heavily needed to put YSS, Wu could be a replacement until then. So a lot of options and a lot of ways I can play with commanders on this account. So let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 max legendaries on which I spend universal. That's about 4,000 sculptures, give or take, that I managed to acquire in 2 years of gameplay on this account. My Charles Martel, my Double C, my El Cid, these are all from gold keys, and you're noticing that none of them are maxed. Going further down is the other commanders, Julius Caesar, Mehmed, and various other commanders. Obviously Clio and Siondiok, for gathering purposes, I maxed them out. So I say that I've gone pretty far as a low spender account with my people please in Rise of Kingdoms. To show the resource pack, the speed ups is not really necessary because it's looking very thin. I'm very thin on speed ups, not looking very good. The only thing that would be spectacular to show you is the expansions. I was always making sure to have expansions, and I always buy the expansions from the Osiris League shop, because you get 10 every single time. And I haven't bought this time, so you can add another 10, and that's 43 expansions of 50%. Going on to the equipment, I have enough materials for about 160 legendary materials, if not more. If I scroll all the way down, I have a lot of materials which are not combined because I didn't forge anything due to gold shortage for the war. So I made sure that I have gold for the war. Now I do have gold, but I'm not rushing on forging stuff because the KVK is over. So I'll make sure when I forge things, it's going to be very important. This is my equipment that I have right now. This is only legendary, and I plan to forge a couple more legendaries, but I think I'm waiting for Heroic Anthem to do accessories. And by accessories, I want to do, I think, Mora's Web. I want to do on this account, if I'm correct, and another horn. Another good thing that I have on this account is also the action points. I have quite a good amount of action points, and I also like to hoard experience. As you notice, I have a lot of experience saved up. Whenever I want to max commanders, I can just max them. I'm just trying to show you because that was one of my biggest problems. My main account obviously is a whale account, and I'm spending a lot on that account. And showing you a lot of the things, some people might just not believe it or say, hey, but you're spending a lot on this account. Obviously, you have a lot of stuff. But on this account, I'm spending about 100 a month or less sometimes. But the average would be 100 because when it's KVK, I probably spend a little bit more. But when it's not KVK, I probably spend like 10, 15 a month. So it goes ups and downs. It depending on the needs. I wanted to show the things that I have on this account regarding to the guides and videos that I do on my channel. So you can see that it's very possible and very achievable to get good stats even as a low spender, and very possible even as a free-to-play player in Rise of Kingdoms. So until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.